In Laos, people don't just eat rice, they define their entire identity by it. To be a true child of the land, you are a Khao Niao, a child of sticky rice. This isn't just a dietary preference or a side dish. It is the cultural soul of a nation, a grain that has shaped the history, the social fabric, and the daily rhythm of life for millions of people across Southeast Asia. If you have ever wondered why this specific variety of rice feels so different from the fluffy grains found in a standard stir-fry, the answer lies in a microscopic chemical difference. Most rice varieties are packed with a starch called amylose, which keeps the grain separate and light when cooked. Sticky rice, or glutinous rice, is almost entirely composed of amylopectin. This specific starch molecule is what gives the grain its signature adhesive, chewy texture. It is a natural glue, a molecular structure that allows the rice to hold together in a compact, satisfying mass. But chemistry is only half the story. The true magic happens in the preparation. You cannot simply boil sticky rice in a pot of water like you would jasmine or basmati. If you did, you would end up with a gummy, unappetizing paste. Instead, the process is an act of patience. The rice must be soaked for several hours, often overnight, to ensure each grain is hydrated to its core. Then, it is placed into a traditional bamboo basket known as a huad. This basket is set over a pot of boiling water, allowing the steam to rise through the bamboo and gently cook the grains. This steaming method is vital. It preserves the integrity of the rice, ensuring it remains firm yet pliable, and it coaxes out a delicate, slightly sweet flavor that you simply cannot achieve through submersion. When you sit down to a traditional Lao meal, you will notice that the rice is served in its own woven bamboo container, called a kratip. It is kept warm, tucked away like a precious gift. And here is where the cultural experience truly begins. You do not use a fork or a spoon. You use your hands. To eat it properly, you reach into the basket and take a small portion of the warm, fragrant rice. With your fingers, you gently roll it into a compact, bite-sized ball. This isn't just a way to move food from the basket to your mouth, it is a tactile connection to the meal. Once you have your ball of rice, you use it as a tool. You press it into a spicy dipping sauce, known as jiao, or use it to scoop up a portion of lap, the iconic minced meat salad seasoned with fresh herbs and toasted rice powder. The sticky rice acts as a perfect vessel, balancing the heat of the chilies and the acidity of the lime juice with its own subtle, earthy sweetness. This method of eating is inherently communal. Because the rice is served from a shared basket, it forces a rhythm to the meal. You are not eating in isolation, you are participating in a shared ritual. It encourages conversation, slows down the pace of the meal, and reminds everyone at the table that they are part of a collective experience. In a world that is increasingly fast-paced and individualistic, the act of sitting together, sharing a basket of warm rice, and eating with your hands is a profound act of hospitality and connection. For the Lao people, this grain is a symbol of unity. It has survived centuries of change, remaining a constant in a rapidly modernizing world. It is a reminder of the importance of heritage, the value of tradition, and the simple, quiet joy of a meal shared with family. When you eat sticky rice, you are not just consuming calories. You are participating in a legacy that stretches back generations, a culinary language that speaks of resilience, community, and the deep, enduring bond between a people and their land. The next time you find yourself with a basket of steaming, fragrant sticky rice, take a moment to appreciate the science, the history, and the soul contained within those small, chewy grains. It is more than just food, it is the heartbeat of a culture.